Hey, thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Murtisol treadmill. It's a tiny little treadmill that you can slide into your bed or whatnot. So come along with us. We show you how easy it is to set up and install and what we think of it. We were looking for a treadmill that has a small footprint and is pretty inexpensive. This was only about $260. That's with free shipping and everything, so that's $260 right to your door. And for this price, I actually can't believe this thing can be any good. So let's find out whether it is or not. We unpacked it. It looks like it's pretty much all in one piece. There is a couple little pieces to add on, but it looks like this just folds out. So that's pretty cool for storage. Folds flat like pretty easily. Here's all the accessories. You get two little bags. This looks like your phone holder. I'll go ahead and pop that open. So that looks like, yeah, this would go right here. And then we got this other little accessory bag. You got your power cord and of course the manual and a few little doodads here. Looks like some sort of oil, I guess, to oil it. Then these must be the bolts that hold the thing in place. Okay. So I'm guessing one of these two, probably this guy, goes in here. No, it must be this one. Yeah, so these little black guys go right in there. So this is what holds the arms up. There's one for each side. So I would assume when folding it you have to remove these, so not the best design. It would have been better if there was some sort of quick release. You got to screw these in. There we go. And then these two things you put in the lower of there's two holes here. Put it in the lower one, you just push it in all the way and then start turning it. And that will lock that in place.
And then talk about these
Same
things.
thing on the other side. And then you get this little doodad, which I'll show you. This is an extra one they sent. But it plugs in to the machine up here. And what that is, it's a little magnet. The idea is that you clip this to yourself. It's a little safety device so that if you fall, obviously I'm not going to, there's a whole bunch of slack here. If you run and you fall, it will not save you, apparently. The idea is that it pulls out the magnet. But as you can see, oh, that time it worked. Okay, so it may or may not save you if you fall. It may or may not turn the machine off. I'm assuming it will not run without this plugged in. All right, let's plug it in and fire it up. So this just plugs in right to the front. Turns on. You can see you got all your measurements down here. This is a new thing for me. Usually most treadmills, they're up top, but here they're down below, which is fine. Let me see how secure this feels. This feels somewhat secure. I'm about 200 pounds. I definitely wouldn't want to put all my weight on this, but it's enough to kind of hold myself while I'm running. All right. So let's go ahead and start it here. You see you got a plus, minus, and then there's the power. So I'm assuming that's going to start it up. Yeah, there's a countdown down there. You counted down from here. We'll show you that again. We'll stop it here. So you push this power and then you get a countdown down below. 3, 2, 1, and then you start going. And then you come back up here. You got your plus. looks like it's going up by 1/10 of a mile per hour at a time. See how fast it can go. It's got me at a nice jog here.
I think you could just hold the button down.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can. You're right. You can hold it. So that's the top speed, 7.5.
Oh, don't fall. Don't fall.
One thing I noticed is I can feel my feet hitting the end of the treadmill. I can feel it. So you really don't have any room for wiggle room. Oh, go ahead and turn it off. And it's winding down. Okay, so one thing I noticed when I was doing a full-on, almost a sprint there for me, but I noticed when my foot got to the end, there's the metal roller here. I could feel my foot touching that, which is kind of good because then you know you're at the end of the board. It's definitely much smaller of a pad than I'm used to. It's not a full-size treadmill though, so we knew that. But I feel that it's fine to run on. Like I said, you feel the end, but I didn't feel like I was going to fall off. The one thing is, I realize I'm not going to want to get too distracted watching TV or something, because it's also very narrow, as you can see. So if you're not paying attention, you could easily clip these sides. So you're going to want to kind of focus on what you're doing. I could see that if you had an iPad or something here, that would probably be okay because your peripheral vision, you can kind of see what you're doing. For walking, man, I think this is perfect for walking because with walking you don't really need that big of a stride. So as you can see here, if I turn it on to just a nice, let's put it on a nice walk, like 2 miles an hour, something simple. See, this you're going to have no trouble with. And I like how it feels. It doesn't stick at all. I've had other treadmills that when they got old, the belt would sometimes stick and make you stumble. But this is holding up my 200 pounds fine. I don't feel any sticking. So far I like it. And I feel like this is all the space you need for a treadmill. I like that it's not this huge monstrosity. This would definitely easily fit in a closet. So
under the bed.
Yeah, under the bed, whatever. All right, now we'll go ahead and tear it down. We'll see how easy that is to take it apart and roll it. See if that works out well. We'll see how quick and easy it is to tear this down. We're going to just flip it off, unplug. Then you're going to pull out these little side deals here. So if you want to put it away, it's not super quick. I wish it would have had something more instantaneous, but not so much, because you got to pull 2 of these out on each side. So as you can see, they twist and twist and twist. And it's kind of, if you can see my fingers hit this, so that also makes it kind of a pain in the butt because you can't twist it around and around. My wife's doing the other side over there. And then I will do the bottom. There we go, so I got those all out. So once that's done, and then, oh yeah, you want to pop off the little iPad screen. And then that twists down. So that kind of, here, I'll take this off. So the arms twist down, then the whole thing goes flat. And then if you could show the bottom, there's these little balls where you can slide the thing. So the thing is actually really heavy, but once you have it on these balls, as you can see, oh, actually I believe, yeah. So what you're going to want to do when you do put it away is you're going to want to put this in the other hole, I would imagine. To kind of hold. So yeah, those will help lock it so it doesn't get away from you. And then, So, yeah, it slides pretty easy on those balls. I assume it would slide even better on a hardwood floor.
It has some wheels underneath there too. It's got wheels.
Oh, I see. So it has wheels in the back there. So if you just tilt it toward yourself, oops, then it doesn't slide real good on carpet, but it's enough where you can put it under your bed or whatever. And you can see how small the whole thing is, so it's just a few inches high. So pretty great for hiding under the bed. But like I said, kind of a pain in the butt because you got to spend about a minute or two each time you want to set it up. You can't just pop it up and go. So that's my only downside. Other than that, I think for $260 this is a pretty slamming deal. So the fact that it's a little inconvenient to set up and tear down, I mean, I think most people probably leave their treadmills set up anyway. But if you want to, you can spend an extra minute or two and tear it down. So, but I like that even when it's set up, it's a pretty small form factor. So it's not this huge monstrosity like most treadmills that I've had in the past. Right, and here's this handy dandy remote that it comes with. And you can use this to start and stop the treadmill. And it also has this M and the P button. And if you look down here at the screen, can you do a close-up on that? You'll see where it says time, speed, and distance. You can go to different modes. So you can set a certain amount of time, and set your distance. That shows your calories. And let's see what the P does, program 1. So I assume you can, I think that's for programs, you can set different programs. But what I like is just that you can start and stop this with just the push of a button. So I just hit the thing, you see it's doing the countdown, then it's going to start up. And then you got your plus and minus here, so you can add speed from the remote. So if you don't want to reach forward and do that, this is actually more convenient because when you're walking it's kind of uncomfortable to lean forward and do that. So you can just be jogging, controlling this from here, slow it down, speed it up, and then if you just need to stop it, you just push this button right in the middle, and it'll bring you to a stop. So that's actually kind of cool, and it's small and sleek. You can just drop it in your pocket if you don't need it while you're running, but I don't even mind just holding it in my hand. So that's an added little bonus.
I've had this inexpensive treadmill for nearly 3 years now, and it has held up. It is a great little guy to get. I highly recommend.
So there you have it, folks. That's why it's good to procrastinate and not edit your review for 3.5 years, so we can tell you how it lasted.
Great.
Thanks for watching. Lick. There's Kevin again.